Hello everybody, it's Kim. I had mentioned in my last video that I would show you the progression of the mandalas that I've been making, because I want you to feel encouraged that with just a little bit of practice you will be able to make some beautiful, beautiful things. But before I get started, I wanted to show you the new kit that I got, because they are such a good deal. I mean, I couldn't believe that I could find this entire kit for only $8.99. Now, as you know, on Amazon, prices can change frequently, but this is like half the price of every other kit I found. And let me show you what's in them so far. It's a good, really, really good basic set. Some of this stuff I don't know if I'd use, but they give you a little itty-bitty easel if you want to display. You know, I think I'd paint it with one of the colors or something. But you could display one of the pieces that you've, made. I wouldn't use it to paint on, but, it would be nice to display. You get a palette to put your colors in. Okay, it's a 97-cent thing at Walmart, but hey, it's in the box. You get, which I cannot figure out why they give you the same stencils, basically same. You get 4 stencils that divide your work into 8 pieces, so it makes it a lot easier, especially on a circle. These will work great on circles. And each one's a little bit different from the other. Well, you get 2 of the same. You get 2 of these and 2 of the other one. You get 3 nice big circles to work on. So that right there you have, some of your basic things to work on. You get a little pack of jewels. They give you a paintbrush. You get a little pencil for marking those circles, and then you get a nice little eraser, and it's actually a nice little eraser. You get a pack of ball tools. Now, these are large for me. I don't use them right now. That's why they're still in the package, simply because I'm not working on anything that large yet. And then they were all neatly packaged like this, so you get this tool as well. That's right now what I'm using is one of my larger ones. So the other ones I took out of the package, and I don't have the packages, but you get 3, if I can figure out where I put the other one, 3 clear rods of varying sizes. And these all make a progression. So you get 3 clear rods, and then you get your larger rods. Now, a lot of these packages are like $8 just for this pack, another $5 just for this. And then you get 5 various sizes. Now, 5 of these, but each end is a different size. So there's like having 10 different sizes right here. This all comes in this package. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this package just because for me, I think it's a great deal, especially when you first want to get started. You can get started without this. If you look back on one of my first videos, I used pencil erasers and other things I found around the house, but it's just one great way to get started and not have to jump all over the house looking for stuff to use, okay? And I will put a link for this to Amazon so that you can find them really easy. All right, my first one, I tried to follow somebody's, sorry for the dishwasher noise in the back, I turned it off. I tried to follow somebody's tutorial. I did well up to about this point. This was my very first one, and then I got lost, and then I just kind of added my own stuff to it. It's okay for a first attempt. You can see I'm not very straight with my lines, and, things get a little bit wonky and things like that. But, for a first attempt, it's okay. The second thing I did was I made this little mandala stone, and it is very, very simple. I showed you in my first video how to make these. It went really easy. Usually the centers I can get nice and even, and I get going. So, there's another video to this, which I will link below. Very quick, very easy. You could put it on a, let's say an ornament. That's kind of what I was going for, like a snowflake looking thing. There's little wooden ornaments you can buy that are really cheap as well. And I'll see if I could find a link for those. You get like 60 of them for under $10. So With that, I expanded upon and made this. So it's this pattern, and I just kept, you do one row at a time, just like this. You start in the center, you do your row, you do your dots, and then you follow it around. Then you work on your next color. If anybody wants to see how to do a large one like this, let me know, and I will show you step by step how to do them. But it really gives a cool effect because it looks really kind of 3D. So that was the second one I did. Then I started working on a couple Christmas ornaments for my grandkids. And this was my first one. This I made for my, now my middle grandchild, who is my granddaughter, who is 7. And I didn't have a huge plan other than I divided it in thirds. 1/3 here, 1/3 here, and 1/3 here. And it kind of looks folk art, but I did not have a plan, I have to admit. I didn't know what I was doing. After I got those 3 rows, I'm like, now what do I do? So I added a couple little swooshes in there, and then I found a little jewel, and you know what? She'll love it because it's her favorite colors, and kind of shows when you're not really sure what to do, you know, kind of where you're going. The next item I painted, I had a little bit more of a plan, was for my grandson. His favorite colors are red and black, so that's an odd color for Christmas, but hey, you know what? His favorite colors. Now if I do this again, I would put the gray as the base coat and switch the black. That way it would be more red and black. But I wanted a focal point in the middle where this dot is. And I started thinking like sunburst going around, and I got to that point and it started to, I'm thinking, you know what, that's going to get boring if I just keep doing circles. So I did the red coming out, and then I filled it in with the gray. And because there wasn't there was a lot of negative black space, I filled in with white dots, and then I didn't have enough black, so I added black on top of the gray. But he'll love it because it's got his favorite colors, with the main color being red. Then I went to this one for my new grandbaby this year, and I wanted paisley because I thought it would be cute. She doesn't have favorite colors. Then I got lost again because paisley is not easy to paint because you usually layer upon layer of brushed in colors. But you know what? I made it work, and you could see I started with one of these other ones down here, and as I got going, I think I ended up really with a decent little paisley. Of course, that's a Lily because that's her name, and so that's for her. Then I went to this one, and things were getting a little better. I could keep it a little bit straighter, but you could see some of my lines are still getting really crooked, but it's getting better. I had a plan, but it totally got off track, so it ended up being completely different than what I wanted, but it's getting there. And then finally the one I did yesterday, which I'm really, really happy with. Everything is nice and symmetrical and straight, and the way I expect myself to be. I mean, I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I will rub off dots and redo them and do all kinds of weird stuff, but practice is getting better. And I'm not overcrowding, which is where I think I lost it here. I feel like I crowded it too much, and there's just nothing to stop the eye from, to focus on. I think I got a little overboard with that, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys, as I said, I would show you the progression of how I got going with them. And go to the dollar store. These are a 4-pack. They're little hearts, they're chalkboard hearts. I just painted over them. 4 for $1. And this is a 6 for $1 pack of they're 4.5 inches of wooden, it's just wooden blocks that I painted. And then I went to the beach and picked up rocks, find nice flat stones, and painted on those. So it doesn't have to cost a lot to get going. If you have a Walmart near you, the paints these apple barrel paints are 50 cents a piece. So you could pick up a half dozen colors and get started. Especially if you think color wheel, you just need, black, white, red, blue, and yellow, and you can mix just about any color you want. So anyway, wanted to show you guys the progression so far, and as we get working together, you'll see how you'll improve and how I'll improve, and we'll work on this together. And I really hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.